Whoa,
last time on
Metroid
Metroid Dread.
I didn't know this was out already. Oh my
Anyways,
god.
as I was
You
saying,
have
last
it?
time on Metroid
Oh my
Dread,
God.
Samus found that blue car she wanted, but it was out of gas.
Okay, go back to what we were talking. We were talking about Buzz Lightyear. Oops, nope. I don't want to be playing that file. Nope, don't want to play that file. That's my personal file. This is the channel file. All right.
Why do you have two files?
One so I
It
can
had
play
a
myself.
great final arc. Like,
I thought you were
using
playing this blind for the channel. What the
I
fuck?
was.
Nosferatu to control the cyber
So then what the
wolf,
fuck is that other
as well
file?
as
Are you lying to me? Lying?
Vector's older brother, and then I can't really describe the rest of it, but it was awesome.
Yeah, this game is really amazing. I hate to go away from our Buzz Lightyear tangent, but this game is amazing.
Well, I mean, we've got another spacefaring badass, so I guess it works.
Oh, they really cranked up the awesomeness of this character, by the way. It's been a week.
Well, I mean, that shouldn't be hard to do after Metroid Other M.
No,
Got the fight between her and Ridley.
Oh, by the way, I said this to
Very
Explodes
great.
already. I said this to Explodes already, but they in this game they consider Other M canon. So, yeah.
Well, yeah.
That is. They might also do Prime, since they. I don't know.
They're all canon.
In the previous game, they gave Meta Ridley, and this one they have a single screenshot of a recreated Metroid M scene, which honestly I doubt even makes it canon, and is just celebrating the history.
Okay, so by the way, in terms of plot, because Reggie, this game does have a plot. You're familiar with
as they all do.
You're familiar. Well, you're familiar with all the Metroid games, right?
I'm familiar with Super Metroid, Metroid 2, Metroid Fusion, and Zero Mission, which is basically Super Metroid with a bonus part at the end of it. I loosely remember the plot of the Prime trilogy, and I know the general plot of Other M.
Okay, so.
But I've never played any of them except for Fusion.
Okay, so you pretty much are good with the story, so I can explain things without you having to question it. So, game pretty much throws you. The game pretty much just throws you to the planet here. They said somebody who sends you a transmission that there's next parasite. There's next parasite, and that prompts. That prompts the higher up guys to freak out and say we thought Samus killed them all, in one of the other games.
Right, because Fusion.
Yeah. So
I am
familiar with the plot as well. I've never played most of them, but I did watch just like you in terms of like story beats. So Samus goes there to go figure out why there's an X-Parasite there. She shows up. She sees this Chozo-looking guy in armor. He beats her up, and then she wakes up.
She loses all her abilities.
Yes, that is, which is a better explanation this time to why she loses them. It's not like
unlike in Prime.
Yeah, Prime. Oh, I hit a wall.
He knows how to do it, so he just.
Or Other M.
Yeah, I'm not allowed to turn on my basic vital systems. Yeah.
Yeah, that was stupid.
So pretty much, so we go here. We've discovered a couple things. Explodes. We haven't got to that story beat yet on this file, so I'm just letting you know that we haven't got to that point yet.
Wait, so you've been playing two files on the channel?
No. See, the first file was because I wanted to play the game a little bit by myself, and Explodes happened to be there, so I was like, I'll just show him what I'm doing here.
How the hell was he there? If you're playing it yourself, why the fuck is anybody there?
Because Explodes and I were friends, so if I'm like, hey dude, I'm playing this game, you want to see it? And he's like, yeah. So that's what we do. So anyway,
okay.
It wasn't for the channel. I wasn't recording it. I was playing it purely for myself. That first file is my personal. I stopped playing it after a certain time because I got busy with life stuff, and then I didn't want to touch the channel one because obviously I'm going to go in order on the channel. So
the game's only been out for like a week.
Yes, I get that. But anyway, dude, I bought it on day one and I played it pretty much on the week of it came came out. So like a couple days after. So what was it? I was gonna say something important. Oh yeah, I've seen the final boss. I've seen all the final things, but I refuse to talk about it out of the sake of Explodes. Explodes wants to see the game unfold through the stream, nothing else. So, Reggie,
I bet the final boss is Fantoon.
we'll see if you're right or not. Anyway, I
just like other M.
So, by the way, I got a couple of good weapons here. I got my various suit, so we are able to go to hot areas again. Wide beam, diffusion beam. We got missiles. We got the phantom cloak, the flash shift, spider magnet, speed booster, bomb, morph ball. Well, the morph ball and then the bomb. So that's what we have right now. Just in case you're wondering, oh, why can't you use this? Because I don't have those abilities.
Okay, so you still need to get the ice missiles and the ice beam. And
yeah, someone.
And let's see what else does Samus usually have?
The gravity suit. That's one thing that I remember.
Oh yeah, the gravity suit for the screw attack. Yeah, and then what else is there? Super miss. The super bombs. Also the super bombs. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, super bombs.
And
screen nuke.
the screen nuke. I saw you did that the like running charge thing, the upward
Shine
dash.
square.
So you've got that already. Yeah, so you've got that thing already.
So yeah, by the way, Explodes, if you watch the video,
Nice dynamic camera.
Yeah, it is very. Again, this game has a lot of polishing. Like, it's really good. I'm not going to be adding any more elevator music. That took too much time because, as you know, we do like hour or so of these videos. Having to.
You could split them in half.
What?
You could just split them in half.
Yeah, but also my movie maker kind of sucks, and there's always a split chance that the audio gets desynced. That's another thing I need to purchase is a better movie maker than the one I currently have. I just don't really have time for that. So
that might help, yeah.
Minimal edits.
Anyway, so we just got the speed booster from, I believe, a boss fight that we just had. So now I'm trying to figure out what I need to use it for. So
okay, quick question. Explodes, yeah. Are you able to hear the stream?
Yeah.
Okay, because I haven't been able to hear it at all since Mark fixed his echo problem in Transformers.
You're using a phone? Maybe maybe you forgot to raise the separate volume. Because
it was working earlier before that.
Bear in mind, this game doesn't have like a very overpowering music, so.
No, but but when you were playing Transformers, I didn't hear shit.
Oh.
And I still don't hear
loud
shit.
Either. He makes it a little quieter than the actual. He makes it a little quieter so it doesn't echo.
Yeah, because what ends up happening is if I mute it on there, nobody, including the stream, will hear the game audio. But if I have it too loud, then it's going to end up clashing, and it becomes way too darn distracting for me because I'm literally hearing the game twice. And then there's yeah, we'll get picked up.
Plus the yeah.
Okay.
So as long as Explodes can hear it, that's good. Then that means something's wrong on your side. Maybe try hopping in and out.
Again, maybe your media volume is a little too low.
Because I can hear it on my laptop pretty fine. Like that's normal from what I have there. Let me see. Is it coming out on? Yeah, the game audio is going.
Whatever. Never mind. I don't care anymore.
Okay. So right now I got to figure out what the speed booster is used for. Let's see.
Probably running into a wall.
Because we got it. We got the speed thingamajig. What's that? Speed acquired in Darion, and I'm currently in Guitarist. Maybe there is something in Darion that I was supposed to get. So let me just backtrack there and see if I go ahead and pick it up here. Oh, by the way, yeah. I don't even have that ability yet. The grapple beam. I'm pretty sure, Reggie, you're familiar with the grapple beam in general.
Wasn't that something exclusive to the Prime trilogy?
No, grapple beam was around for, I think, before that, right?
Yeah, it's been around
I'm pretty sure that was... Since which one?
Super, which is the third game.
Right, because we had Metroid, then Metroid 2, and then Super Metroid, which was not actually a retelling of the first game, but actually just the events of the first game kind of repeating because of the space pirates.
With some extra elements.
Yeah.
Isn't that the game that also shows that Samus actually goes to the bar after her missions?
No, that's the, I think that's the GBA remake of the first
Zero
one.
Mission?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. Which is pretty much the only reason why that alternate costume of Samus is in Smash. Because Sakurai played that game.
It's a boob man.
What?
But Smash Bros. Is for good boys and girls.
He was asked in an interview once if he prefers the boobs or the butt. He said boobs.
Oh, okay. Man of culture, I see.
Pretty sure he's supposed to say butt. If it's supposed to be culture, but okay.
And then Sakurai promptly said, "Okay, can you leave now?" Okay, maybe you gotta go over here.
Laughter. You're laughing as he says it.
Well, maybe he's just happy that someone asked him finally something else besides, "Can I have this Smash character in the game?"
He was like, no, you can't because they're not a Smash character.
But Waluigi, and he just like pulls out his AK-47. It's like if you want to, you will refrain from asking any more Waluigi related questions.
No, he just pulls out. The poster. He pulls out the poster of himself as Jesus. So I was like, no.
And then afterwards, he just goes into his Waluigi shrine and says, "No one else can have you.
Except me."
I saw that on the video once.
Yeah, Sakurai did a talk show interview or whatever with Harada, I think a month or two ago. It's actually kind of funny. And they both kind of just talk about video game development on both of their ends, and what's it like, and how do you what do you think of it, and compared to overseas and versus over here and yada. And they say a lot of funny shit back and forth to each other. It's actually kind of funny.
You'll have to link us a video or translation or something afterwards.
Yeah. So I only discovered it because what's the Next Million dude was reacting to some of them, but there's there's a few of them that go on for about 30 to 40 minutes each.
Oh, okay, that's.
But Max Million dude has a 25-minute video reacting to bits and pieces of multiple of them. Mostly just the funny bits. And it's like when the fuck did this happen? That's you got Harada who's yeah, I kind of regret wearing that shirt and telling them don't ask me for shit. The internet's really taken that statement and gone wild with it to places that I didn't mean for it to be. I was like, yeah, that'll kind of happen. And Sakura's oh yeah, I was like, I've experienced something like that too. Yeah.
Never ask me for anything again.
I was fans seem to think that I'm responsible for everything because it's my name, but no, it's I'm really not. It's the same for you, isn't it? Yeah, I haven't I haven't really done anything with Tekken in a while. Like, but on the face of that game though. So I was like, anything that happens about it publicity wise, it has to go to them. It's just something kind of funny and interesting to see. You can find it pretty easily. Just look up Sakurai Hirata interview or something like that.
But it's also how like people
Oh,
think
that Maximilian dude one.
It's
or
like
that, yeah, you can do that too. I think it was originally posted on Hirata's channel. What were you saying, Max? Mark?
It's like how people always, when Sora came out, they were like, "Oh yeah, Sakurai probably had to go ahead and ask for a lot of things from Disney." Like, no, he did not. That's Nintendo. Nintendo was the one that had to go and do that. They make it sound like Sakurai is the one doing all these little itty bitty pieces. Oh, this.
Yeah, no, that's it's multiple people really, but like, yeah, they got a whole division for shit like that. I am pretty sure.
16 minutes later, and we're actually progressing with the game. I just realized they had to go here. So anyway, so Sakurai, like, people love to. I heard Johnny, some comedy Johnny, he was making a joke. He goes, "Oh, my favorite indie developer is Sakurai. He's known for making this little game called Super Smash Brothers." Because hoping it takes off.
That's a good joke. That's a good joke. Yeah.
He is indie now. Well, was before his retirement.
Oh man.
Since
I mean, he had his own company before.
Yeah, Sora.
That was HAL Laboratory.
Yeah.
Now the place is called Sora.
Yes.
I didn't realize the place had changed names. I thought it was still HAL Laboratories this whole fucking time.
It is. It's two separate companies now.
Oh, okay. The fuck?
He decided to retire since he didn't like making sequels.
He stopped working on Kirby because he didn't like doing sequels. And what happened? He got made to do sequels for a game that he keeps on saying, no, you guys are all playing this wrong. It's supposed to be for fun, not competitive. What are you guys doing? and then he fucking starts showcasing all the new characters, and like starts talking about frame data and shit.
Because he's deep down.
This is how you're supposed to play the game.
He's a nerd too.
I was like, I'm not supposed to be talking about this. We'll let the tournament players figure this out.
Alright, cool. So again,
Sakurai's fun. I like the dude. He's entertaining. And he's a fan of King of Fighters.
Yeah. I bet it
He's a fan of a lot of games you've ever.
And he plays Iori. Like, I was like, wait, who the fuck plays Iori? I was like, anybody I ever see play the game plays Kyo, Terry, or fucking what's it, Mai, or like one of the big beefy characters. I never see anybody playing Iori, even though Iori's fucking cool.
By the way, we got the grapple. We got the grapple beam now.
Yeah.
There we go. You can finally do that now. Yay! And this is like the only part I remember from my personal file that they actually forced you to do this. To use the grapple beam for that. The grapple beam in this game, from the limited memory I have of it, is you're pretty much using it to open up doors only, and you can do this, which is really, really useful. I love that little spider.
Lets you use a few shortcuts.
Yeah.
Or just get things easier.
That this game kind of goes in the fact that I guess Samus has a zero suit for her zero suit. Because when she loses all her upgrades, her suit's pretty much blue, but it's not necessarily like she's out. I think it's like the most basic survival kit for her power suit. Because as you're seeing here, it looks like half of my suit is on. So I'm pretty sure by the end of the game, her entire suit's gonna be back to the way it used to look. Nothing with the blue.
Also changed by the pictures.
Yeah. So here we go. Ooh, we're in the lava zone. I forget what's supposed to happen here now, because it's the stupid monster thing. Okay, I remember.
Stupid monster thing. Do you mean Nightmare?
No, I honestly I don't even know if Nightmare's in the game.
Yes. Severus doesn't care about it, but he's in the game.
He's in this game.
Great.
Oh, Kraid. Oh yeah, we just fought Kraid earlier, and I don't think Kraid's actually dead. He died in he fell into lava. Nobody actually dies in lava these days. So
who cares about
actually
Kraid,
who
though?
plays in the stuff.
that boss fight was fun though. She literally finishes off Kraid like, yeah, I know who you are. I don't care. It's just like in this game, a lot of the boss monsters that she fights, when she finishes them off, she's like so condescending to them. It's almost like, man, this is the Samus that we needed all along.
Wait, does she talk?
Done with it all.
Explode. Should I even say anything about that? This game does say that she still knows how to speak her native language.
Well, yeah, she always has, but
boss.
like in game, she's usually silent. The one time they had her actually say stuff was Other M, and that went horribly.
Which is why I think that Other M isn't fully canon anymore as a result, because Jozo can understand English. She chose to speak that. They want her to be mostly Jozo speaking.
Yeah, because without going into too much details about what I've seen in my personal file, because I haven't beaten the game yet myself, but she does talk in. There's a line where she is speaking in Chozo, which is a really nice touch. I don't know who voices her or if that matters to people, but it is definitely a thing that happens.
Okay.
Got the grapple. Oh, down over here. I guess I gotta go down here. Because all those blue triangles, those blue Triforce triangles are essentially there for my upgrade now.
Almost to the scene you just described. Because there's a thing that marks they're almost there.
Sonic the Hedgehog chemical plant zone tube thingies. Well, it makes me a little sad knowing that they butchered most of the Sonic, the classic Sonic stuff now. Like, guys, you remember chemical plant?
Yeah, why?
Because we're gonna keep reminding you how much you love chemical plant, but showing it in every game.
But we don't. We just like like Sonic Generations. Why do you think that means we like that level?
One more Green Hill, okay.
I mean, at least Sonic Generations, the rehashing old levels made sense. That was the whole point. Yep. It was a celebration.
But as you pointed out earlier about corporate, it's like corporate saw the money from that one. They're like, oh yeah, fans definitely just like the classic stuff. Keep doing that. And that obviously.
In which case, like,
those two levels.
That's just stifling. You know, there's no creativity in that.
Exactly.
Since Sonic Sonic Mania 2 to a lesser extent.
Yeah,
but that one was made by fans.
And also they were told by Sega, incorporate some old levels.
Yeah, it's Sega, but like Sega employed basically fans to make a fan game.
Plus, the boss was Mean Bean Machine.
Yeah.
and the fans outdid the actual company. So
it's that is laughable.
Exactly. all Sonic fans want is a game where you do stuff like Sonic's supposed to. It's like, please stop complicating it with your melodrama.
You can't another Sonic friends. You have a few of them at a time. Just make sure we can actually play Sonic like Sonic.
Oh, I thought you wanted no more Sonic friends. We get rid of Sonic friends, and now you want Sonic friends. Oh my goodness.
Or hell, or they could even give like other characters their own games too, like Blaze the cat. She had a whole other fucking setting. Could have worked more with that.
Who's the most popular female?
Yeah.
Yeah. We don't.
And it's actually a good character.
Yeah, we don't want to have a game around Amy.
Honestly,
but
but
Blaze has an Eggman. Blaze has an Eggman in her world, though. Eggman Nega.
Yeah, the son of the son of Eggman.
The alternate universe Eggman, whichever one Sega feels like saying at the moment.
They don't exactly have.
Well, the only reason why they changed it is because they had retconned Blaze to be from the fucking future with Silver, which made no fucking sense.
Then they did remember that they retconned that entire game in that entire game.
Yeah.
So they stopped making her the future.
Well, good, because that was really bad.
Let's see where I go next.
Although I do find it kind of funny that they retconned the entire game at the end of the game.
There. Okay.
I was like, cool. So basically, nothing we just did actually mattered.
Which is almost a saving grace for that game.
I guess, yeah. Fans were haunted by the kiss that they never should have given us.
Yeah, it awakens fetishes.
Who needs that necrophilia?
Wait,
Who needs that necrophilia?
Well, I was just saying that awakens 60.
It's that and bestiality.
That you're missing the joke.
Okay, good. We got to do another section.
Okay, elaborate then. What exactly am I missing just by trying to make another comment?
Everybody expects you to talk about the bestiality, so I just make a joke and say necrophilia, which is also true, but not what everyone expects.
It's both true. I acknowledge both of those. Like,
exactly.
Just say both. Fuck it.
But you know what? Somewhere out there, somebody's kissing Mickey Mouse, and no one's making us think about it because he's Mickey Mouse.
Like, you mean the statue, right?
Wait, what?
Right? I was like, you mean the statue, right?
No.
Right?
No.
That's stupid. That's stupid me.
What? See, nobody has to acknowledge that. Because Mickey Mouse is an all-powerful overlord. Hey, speaking of...
No, he's... Mickey Mouse is a Keyblade wielder.
Keyblade wielder. Oh yeah, so by the way, a good tangent to go on right now.
Oh god.
I realized, speaking about Mickey Mouse and all that, I was listening to Distractable the other day, and they brought up, oh great, I haven't been in this area. Okay, so we're progressing with the plot. So we, I was listening to Distractable the other day, and they brought up roller coasters, and they started talking about like the dark ride coasters and all that stuff. And I was like, man, it's been years. Oh, now I remember this part here. Okay. Oh yeah. Actually, let me be quiet and have this cutscene play out. Reggie, you can take a look at this. This is lore. Happening.
I mean, I'm not really gonna get anything out of it if there's actual, dialogue. So
it's not dialogue. It's just a made-up language that doesn't even consistently work.
Yeah, I could be saying,
okay,
and that could just mean like, hey, what's up, man?
Well, I wouldn't know because I can't hear shit. But clearly, that's my fault. Apparently, after you had a problem, so whatever.
I reset my PC to fix my problem.
Right, but then immediately coming back from that, there was suddenly I couldn't hear anything, so I was like, okay, well, whatever. But I finally brought it up when you switch games, and it's just like, oh no, no, everything's fine with us. It's you. I'm like, I literally haven't done anything this whole time, and it was working beforehand.
Man.
But whatever.
Hey, look, it's a bird man, and a live one. They're not all dead.
Bird man? Oh, you mean Michael Keaton?
Oh, yes, definitely the one and only. That's the guy who beat Samus up, by the way. Not the one talking, but the one in that flashback you just saw.
Yes, Michael Keaton beat up Samus.
We managed to contain Metroids that were running rampant at SR-388. I guess I'll read it out since you probably not looked at the text. Our intention was to eradicate these Metroids, which had become more dangerous than ever before, by destroying the planet.
This doesn't sound like the Chozo language.
However, this is the English dub, the Netflix dub. Ravenbeak took extreme measures to prevent that. Let's see. He worships at the altar of power. In his eyes, the Metroids were... ... symbolic of a power great enough to rule the galaxy.
Also, he's kind of a dick.
Ravenbeak plotted to bring the Metroids to ZR and use them as a bioweapon, violating so many Geneva Rule conventions. To accomplish this, he needed the Thor tribe, who possessed the ability to control the Metroids for some reason.
Also, do really sick parties.
For that purpose, I alone was spared. I was the
one who won.
Beak and the Makan tribe taking back to their homeland, home world, ZDR, in order to continue their preparations for gathering Metroids. Did I mention we created those things? What were we thinking?
Yes, they're better for the exercise, but that's still a problem.
However, they ran into unforeseen difficulties and were forced to put their plan on hold. You killed them all, Samus. One of the soldiers who returned from SR-388 was actually an X in disguise.
Technically, I did kill one of them. That was Mother Brain. Also your creation.
ZDR descended to chaos. All of their soldiers were infected by...
Wait, the Chozo created Mother Brain?
Yeah. She was a supercomputer.
And then Mother Brain commandeered the space pirates?
Yep.
What the fuck?
If you want to... You should read the manga. They pretty much take inspiration from that. Anyways, he turned the thoughts to resume his plan.
But Metroids on ZR-388 had already been eradicated by your hand. Good job, Samus. You missed one. Metroid's now extinct. Ravenbeak's plan should have lain in ruin.
Oh, but the baby.
Yes, so that was killed too, remember? Yes. Lain in ruin, if not for you. The Emmy are being used by Ravenbeak Samus. Samus, listen well. He has commanded them to. By the way, Half-Life 3. The release date, I have it. I'm about to tell you.
But before you go, would you like me to repeat any of this?
Oh, I love see that is right there. I'll end this once and for all. That's Samus.
The cure.
That is Samus speaking right there in the language of the Chozo.
You'll hear it if you watch the video after it's split. Oh, by the way, the answer
he won't.
is take molded cheese.
So by the way, he has turned off all the Emmy, so they're not chasing us. And he moved the elevator up. So remind me to go there this time, Explodes, because last time I ran for like 30 minutes. Oh, you! I'm gonna die! I'm gonna die! fighting this stupid thing because I don't know how the pattern
For red,
works.
you want to use your reaction. If he's got some red sparks, you want to jump. If he's got blue sparks, you want to counter.
Yeah, but it's so fast that it's hard for me to react to that stuff.
No, it seems like ample time. I mean, like, I'd probably still fail it because I'm stupid and uncoordinated, but, like,
Unchlorinated?
you're better at this kind of things.
You're unchlorinated?
Uncoordinated.
Oh, it's like,
Coordinated.
why are you unchlorinated? Explodes knows I played this in my personal file and I died so many times this thing because I did not know that the rhythm and the pattern this thing was asking for me. It is very recent.
Also, he keeps using uncharged shots, which just literally do nothing.
It looks pretty straightforward to me.
Yeah, but he has two attacks that look the same, like that. If it's blue, yeah, but he goes really, really fast.
Takes a while to wind up.
Yeah, and also like each time the color changes, it stays there for a while for the wind up. So you literally get to see exactly what he's doing each time. Like,
so the core in his chest is a tell?
No, the blade.
Yeah, but it's so like he shows it, but it's not like enough time for me to react.
How is that not enough time for you to react?
2 seconds.
Yeah, the 2 seconds I'm like fumbling. Okay, do I have to jump over him or because if you see him with the red sparks, you're like, oh, okay, I have to jump over him. But then the process between me connecting the dots is so short.
You want to use that to muscle memory. You see color, you react color-wise.
How do you perform combos in your fighting games if you can't even react to that?
Seeing it and actually reacting because I don't want to miss it. Like I could jump over the blue spark and then completely miss it, and I'm like, well, I lost an opportunity to counter him. The red one you can't counter. They look essentially the same, like in his actual windup. Of course, the color is different, but actually, like timing it is like okay. Well, if I see him like do the motion of doing like the swipe, it's either red or blue, and there's no like okay, he's done an attack 3 times, he's gonna do it. It's random, so you don't know if he's gonna pull out.
No, but you see the color though.
Yeah, very very short window for me to react. If it's red. And I'm like, oh wait, is he? I can't tell.
How long does it take for Samus to do the counter or whatever that you're talking about?
It's tied to a button, and also you have to be pinpoint accuracy with him. So you have to touch him at the same time he touches you for the counter to work.
Yes, that's how counters work.
Yeah, but I'm not sure if it's like there's like this wide window after you get the counter that still counts.
No, I don't know. It does linger a little bit. It works until she's done swinging.
Anyway, I managed to get through that one without dying for 30 minutes straight on that, so that's an achievement.
It lasts a full second.
My reaction time is slow for that one, especially with all these buttons I'm doing. So yeah, that's a me problem. I'm not saying it's a game's problem. It's a me problem for me trying to figure out how to deal with those.
And I'm confused how that's a problem at all with everything else that you play.
Well, just in this.
It's Adam.
Hey, what's up, Adam? This is the AI Adam, by the way.
Yes, I noticed. It's like I've played Fusion. Yeah.
You're going to want to pay attention to his dialogue since you can't hear the...
Yeah, okay, so we got to go to that set location, Berenia, you said, so Berenia.
Hey, I'm not the one that needs to pay attention to his dialogue. One that's playing needs to pay attention because it's telling him where to go.
Yes, but he's still Adam. Everybody loves Adam, the AI.
Yeah.
I mean, we would have liked the human character too if Other M wasn't shit.
Keep going here all the way to Berenia. So, I guess that's a quick fire way to just keep going left. By the way, this is the monster we fought at first on. They're trying to repair it or bring it back to life.
It just doesn't care. Like, yeah, go ahead and rebuild him. I'll just kill him again.
Yeah. Alright, cool. Alright. But yeah, I think they did a really good job with this game. Looking at it from what I've seen so far, yeah, not footage, but like, yeah.
And for what I've seen so far, yeah, it looks pretty good too. It looks like a fucking Metroid game.
Yep, and it's a really fine job of doing what he's doing. I just hope that Nintendo also notices that this game's good. This is like one of the very few games in my lifetime where I bought it out of principle because I want the Metroid fans to have something to look forward to. And I will say, I thoroughly enjoyed this game to the point where I think this game has sold it on me of what it's trying to do, and I like it. Like, I bought
That's
this
what
game.
worked
Well, then
you
kind of like some of the older ones then too.
I do have Super Metroid on my.
It takes what worked in the Samus Returns remake and did it better.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
Plus the spoopiness of Fusion.
Yeah, because primarily, like, the only other experience I had with Metroid was the Prime series, and I thoroughly enjoyed Prime. I got fatigued by Prime 3, but that's because I was playing them in order.
Right, yeah. Probably should have played something else in between those.
Because that was like the only new game I had at the time. So like when I stopped at Prime 3, I was like, I wonder how the 2D games play, and I keep getting told don't play 1 or 2, or 1 and 2. So I'm like, okay, then what do I play? And these people always say Super Metroid, and I ended up getting Super Metroid free when the Club Nintendo was closing down. That was one of the games I was able to pick up, and
Nice.
I had it. I didn't know what I was doing, and I put it down. So
You're supposed to explore.
well, yeah, but again, I didn't know what I was doing at first. So here it was with a game that honestly didn't really get to finish, and then later on when the Return of Samus game came out, I picked that game up, and then I didn't until recently actually beat it in preparation for this game. And I will say I had a good time. The game was a little repetitive for what it was doing, but I did enjoy the boss fights. They were the biggest highlight for me. The game is hard though. The game is I would argue that this game is not nearly as hard as Metroid to Return of Samus for the.
Well, they made it even harder with the fusion suit.
Oh, here it is. There it is. Fusion suit. Yeah, but that you're thinking about AM2R, right?
No, I think the original the actual official remake had some alternate costumes too, including one that gave her Justin Bailey hair.
No, that's for the end screen.
No, they did just genuinely.
I don't remember seeing that when I was trying to figure out stuff.
You probably didn't have enough percent to unlock it.
Well, I don't play Metroid games to speedrun them. I'll say that much.
Yes, but there's also the items.
Like if the game rewarded me for collecting 100%, I could do that. I 100%ed Guacamelee, and that was a fun time. And they reward you for doing that, and it feels good about it. But unfortunately, with Metroid games, I don't have the dexterity to go ahead and say, okay, I'm going to play this game and beat it in 2 hours. I don't have that much memorizing power for that, and I don't want to be like, oh man, I'm off by a minute. It's, okay, dead run. I got to start over again. I just don't get my gameplay positive feedback loop that way. Now you do that in short spurts like a Sonic game. You got me sold on that. Because they're asking for you to do something extremely fast in short bursts, which is something I can do.
But your reaction though, how do you react to it?
In this case, dude,
Here it is.
What?
I found it, and there is fusion mode.
Let me see. Do you have to unlock it in a certain time?
There's probably also hidden items you missed, like extra missile upgrades. But I only just grabbed a speed run of that mode. I think there's another one that gives her Justin Bailey hair.
We'll get the map of the place. Oh, okay, that's cool. I don't know how you unlock it, but if it's tied to you to doing a specific amount of time, I'm not a fan. I'll just say that much. Yeah, cool. Get the map of the place. But yeah, and going back to the whole Super Metroid deal, yeah, I didn't really get to finish it because I was not really like driving well the game at the time. So thankfully, I gave the 3DS remake a fair shake recently, and I enjoyed it. It was a good time. I do plan on trying to do Metroid, Super Metroid for the channel later. But not after.
Justin Bailey hair.
Huh?
Found the Justin Bailey hair.
Oh, sweet.
See? Green.
Oh, this door open. Let me peek you.
It's for hard mode.
But yeah, that's pretty much all my my recollection for the game in general. I knew she was in Smash, but I didn't actually, for the longest time, I didn't know what game she came from. What was your first experience with Metroid in general, guys?
Fusion.
What?
Fusion.
Oh, Fusion. I thought you said Houston for a second. What?
I have no idea.
My friend had a Game Boy Advance SP.
I don't think I've really seriously played a Metroid game. So I don't know which one I played. I don't know. I just
SAS was terrifying. Fucking trying to run away from that from that thing.
Yeah, this does a lot of that.
Yeah, I don't know, Reggie. Do you feel like the Emmy are just as imposing as the X-Parasite that was chasing you in the game?
I don't know anything about the Emmys.
One chase him first.
Right,
because all he saw was one break through a wall and get deactivated by what's his name.
Oh, I thought Reggie at least saw some stuff with the game.
No, I have not seen anything of Dread.
Oh, okay.
Other than the trailers, which did show some sort of chase, but I think there was also like a centipede looking thing also that was doing a chase. So I don't know, but no. So the only one I've played with any amount of familiarity is Metroid Fusion. I did play a little bit of Zero Mission as well, but I was from another friend that had that one, and he didn't let me actually borrow it. My friend back where I used to live, he lent me his Game Boy Advance for like I think a day with the Metroid Fusion, and I did not get anywhere near the ending because I was exploring and didn't really know where the fuck to go. But once I got to the part where you first meet SAS, like he had told me, don't try to fight it. I was like, why? like, is it strong? Yeah. I was like, okay, well, and then I accidentally fell down the ceiling in the long hallway where like it's like just kind of stalking through a hallway, right?
Mm-hmm.
I went to the wrong spot in the hallway where it let me down. Like, oh shit! And then like fucking music kicked in and started shooting me like instantly. I fucking started.
Sphincter plant. Where do I go?
Where you said, dude.
Huh?
Called it sphincter plant. Oh yeah, we're in a boss fight.
Oh, the thing you're fighting?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you were saying speaker something. I was like, wait, what? Did you guys not hear me or like what? Okay, specter. Yeah. Okay.
I remember to do this.
I've seen this boss fight early in particular, so I was able to point out the grapple spots.
When my dad saw me playing this game for a little bit, he asked, "Oh, is this a game? Is this the first Metroid game to have no health bar on there?" I'm like, "No, Dad. There's been no health bar in any Metroid game. You just kind of have to hope it
Health blocks.
Yeah.
Do you guys not know about the energy?
No, the enemy boss health.
Oh, that. Wait.
That.
Yeah, no. There's never been enemy boss health.
I had to explain that to my dad because he didn't know. He was like, "Wait, I wish I would know how much health the thing has." I'm like, nah, it's not good.
Not a whole lot of bosses actually show the visible signs. Some have like increasing attack patterns. Some actually have a visual distinction in their design.
Other M have a boss with a health bar.
No, it didn't. Wait, maybe it did.
I died.
It might have actually. I don't remember. Other M was made by Koei Tecmo, so it might have had a health bar, like in the same vein as Ninja Gaiden. I don't know.
Was
single boss.
Was Other M trying to be like a combination of Prime and the classic series?
No, it was basically
It was trying to be a 2D Metroid in 3D.
Yeah,
because the guy didn't like the fact that America was making good Metroid games.
Wait, what?
Apparently, the man in charge of Metroid, for the most part, just considers Prime to be a side series.
That. Okay. I was like, the fuck? like, what do you mean making better Metroid games? What? Okay.
No.
And they turned to Koei Tecmo to do it because Koei Tecmo has some experience in adapting a 2D side scroller platforming game into a 3D action game. Because Ninja Gaiden.
While you're hanging them.
But I mean, Other M, like, its gameplay is fine. For what it is on. Yeah, it's the story that everybody kicked the shitter.
The gameplay, well,
the gameplay is solid enough.
Well enough.
Yeah, it goes surprisingly well for a Wii game.
Plus, the way Samus just beats people physically.
Yeah, like they really made it cinematic and stylish. I was like, oh, this is cool. I feel like Samus executes like every single enemy in some spectacular fashion.
I like how that view of Samus right here is like not impressed. Like, are you done?
There's actually a certain boss or mini boss later in this game that has something in the vein of Other M. I'm not going to spoil what it is or what she does to it.
It must be Fantoon.
Okay, get the Fantoon fanboy out of here.
It's one of the only good boss fights in that game. Because Because let's be honest, the boss fights for the most part were pretty dull.
What game are we talking about? Other round?
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Even the Ridley one, with all its amazing cinematic, was just... I cannot imagine that being fun to play.
I'm pretty sure the best boss fight in the game was the secret boss at the end.
Phantom.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. I was like, that's the only one people ever talk about in that. Unless they want to talk about Mother Brain, where, you know, it's literally, hey, so you know that scanner thing that we basically conditioned you to stop using? Yeah, use that to win the game.
Ridley in that she freaks out, but then people are just being stupid on that one.
I mean, the Ridley the Ridley scene would have been cool if it was like the first game.
Yeah.
If that was the first game and that was what was happening, that would have been cool.
She killed Ridley twice, and he has no signs of injury.
Yeah, I mean, well,
she thinks. Me first.
Oh, she like you kill Ridley like 2 or 3 times prior to that game. You know, you've got Super Metroid, you've got the Prime games, and it's like fucking Fusion. Oh no, Fusion. It was an X Parasite. Never mind. But like she's fought Ridley multiple times and hasn't had a problem at all. And then suddenly you get to Other M, which is the latest in the timeline, and suddenly she's having PTSD from when she was a child when it attacked.
Dang, she's killed that thing, so she's thinking it's like a ghost of the past or something.
That's not an excuse. Like, if it was like, what? No, I killed you. Like, no, but no. It's like, Ridley, and then, like, oh, it's the thing that killed my parents. No. I was like, what? Like, that's not the reaction you should have. Like, you killed
of the trauma, though, that manga I mentioned earlier actually does that scene better. And it came out long before. Best part is Ridley can talk, so he mocks her during it.
I mean, that should be the way it goes. Yeah.
I'll have to link you that comic. Manga,
I'm
whatever.
probably not going to look it up, but okay.
Well, if I link you it, then you wouldn't be looking it up. You'd just be handed it.
Right, but am I going to click the link? I highly doubt it.
Yes, because you were a stinky baby.
Yes.
Wrong button. This guy. Yeah, oh, he got me with a 1. I held the.
You want to watch Samus go through years and years of trauma.
Maybe there's just something. Maybe there's like an in-joke between Samus and Ridley, where Ridley said, "Ha! I beat you in that one game we had," and then she just never got over it.
Yeah, it was called, Run Away or Your Parents Die. Yes, very morbid.
She ate her parents' corpse.
What?
He ate her parents' corpse.
Oh,
yeah, sorry.
that was a dark turn.
I am bad with words right now. Why are you surprised?
Hold on. Let me just get some more health because I'm loading in with 2 health bars left.
Anyways,
just counter him.
When her father blew up the nuke, every person on that place that she was at were blown and toasted except for her because she chose it.
There you go.
as a result, Gridley, having been caught in that, was going to die if he did not eat the corpses. So when he tries to mess with Samus, he mentions that he probably ate the parents. And then she begs for death.
What? That was also another thing when I first bought him. I thought missiles were doing no damage to him. See, again, it looks so similar to the red one with the posing. And it's sometimes delayed, sometimes not. There we go. You're out of here. Okay, good. As long as I pelt him enough time with the missiles, I guess I'm good. Alright, cool. I believe we're catching up to where we were on the personal file, so that's a good sign. Yeah, the sad thing is also, I think... I lost you guys. Did I lose you guys? Oh, I didn't. One thing I noticed that from Nintendo games, there was that period of time when they got their really cheesy voice actor people. I think when Nintendo noticed that people did not necessarily warm up to the voices they were giving characters like Bowser and all that, they just kind of gave up on voicing characters in general, and that's why we don't really like.
Sure, they kept that voice. They just never had him talk. Mario Party used that voice for several years.
So when for Nintendo fans, when they hear a character talk for the first time, it's like, oh my goodness. But we've been hearing, in other games voice acting at that caliber already. So it's like, okay, what's so good about it?
The fact that it's happening.
Yeah, after how many years? Like the Switch is like the console where we're finally having established characters talking. We finally have Zelda talking. We finally have, in this case, Samus. I was gonna say Metroid. Samus talking, and what other character?
Other M happened.
Yeah, but that was during a point in time when they were throwing voicing here and there. But when Nintendo realized that people were not like good with some voices that Nintendo was giving out, it's like, okay, don't do voicing at all. Stop doing it. We don't want to take a risk anymore. Like Samus, did she talk in Metroid Prime 3? I forgot. I haven't beaten that game. Did you guys know if?
I don't think they did voice acting for that game, but I think she had text.
Because I know 3 had lots of voice acting.
Oh, right, she had the narration. I don't think you're even supposed to know it was her until the end.
Now here's a question: how do you think Samus actually, has a conversation with people? You think she's a type of individual that will actually, be the common man and just talk to you about random stuff? Or do you think she's just more into, the space stuff? Like, hey, I blew up the planet the other day. It was fascinating.
Even my fault.
Well, let's see what's on this side.
I just stand next to one and it explodes.
Yeah. That's a curious thing. I would like to see. Like, how is Samus on her days off? Getting some free goodies. Well, Reggie, what do you think? How do you think Samus is on her day off? Do you think she lives with the suit on?
No.
In the way of the beer.
Cool. We're getting our way to the dairy section of the place. I'm gonna call things. I'm gonna call things at 11:30, and I'll do it. I'll be like our stopping point because we're already an hour in. We made some pretty good progress in the game so far. Managed to get through a boss, a couple mini bosses, stupid chosen artifact thingies. Oh, speaking of artifact thingies, Reggie, did you ever play the Prime games? I forget if you said that.
I played a little bit of Prime 1 back on GameCube, or around the time it first came out. Again, it was another rental. So did not have it for long. Didn't really get what was going on. The controls were a bit weird. I hadn't really played a first-person anything at the time. We barely... actually, did we have Xbox yet? I don't know if that was before we had Xbox or not, because if it was, then we had Halo, but if it wasn't, then I hadn't played an FPS much outside of GoldenEye and Night Eye, both 007 games. So one was on what was it? What was GoldenEye on before again?
I'm pretty sure that was the N64 one that everybody remembers fondly, even though
there was another version of that game though, right?
That's a very recent remake, I think.
No, I'm talking about like back then. Like it wasn't only on N64, right? Because I didn't have an N64.
I don't remember it being on PlayStation. That would be the only other one it would be on.
That's what I'm thinking, yeah. Because I think I played that for a bit, and then we got Night Eye on the PlayStation 2 at one point, and it was all right. It controlled fine enough. We didn't really know what the hell we were doing. Just kind of threw us in as like, okay, we're like in the middle of fucking snow. I was like, I have no idea what's going on. I think my brother had like watched a cutscene or something, but I don't remember seeing anything other than like, okay, so it loads in, you're in the middle of like,
Snow everywhere.
Yeah.
Grabs you like Buzz Lightyear and then just braces the arm.
Oh no, sorry, I'm sleepy, so when you cut in, I thought you were saying something else.
I was making a meme.
But yeah, no. So I did play a little bit of Prime. I did not get far. I also played Prime on multiplayer with a few friends. My other neighbors and such. They owned a copy of Prime, and I think Prime 2, or it might have just been Prime 2. I don't remember, but we did play multiplayer for a little bit, and it was chaotic as fuck. especially with their tiny ass TV screen.
You should have tried Prime Hunters multiplayer.
Well, he doesn't have 3DS.
Well, that would have required a 3D. Yeah, that would have required a fucking handheld that I didn't have.
I know. I'm just saying that where you could play as characters other than Samus.
Right. I'm aware of the game. But I'm just saying, like back in the day.
Because when Reggie was playing games during that time, when we were innocent people that had absolutely nothing to worry about with work and stuff, that console was not around yet.
Yeah, if it was, I'd have fucking gotten it, because they had such a good fucking library.
So good.
Yeah. I was like, damn, I wish the PSP got that kind of attention here in the West.
PSP.
Sony handhelds suck.
No, they were good.
PSP was fine.
They were good. It's just the thing is that
the PSP did better in Japan.
The games were good. The handheld sucked.
Yeah, but the PSP still sold and did better in Japan. Like it had more support there, and which is why there were so many games that kept coming out for it, even when the Vita happened.
The Vita was a garbage find.
Yes, it was, but like that's why people kept using the PSP instead.
Here we go. Ooh, okay, cool. We're making new rounds here.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Prime. I played Prime 1, and from what I played during the time, it was a good time. It just one thing I did notice from playing them in succession, besides getting burnt out, but like Prime did kind of run into some situations where I felt like, oh, we had our lava area, we had our ice area, we had this.
Well, that's all of them.
Yeah.
That's all the Metroid games. It follows the same trend as any other platformer.
Yeah,
it's just that the means of how you go about all of that differs, because the whole game is open, unlike everything else where it's like, oh, so here's a set of stages that have this gimmick, here's a set of stages that have this gimmick. Like that's the only difference. Metroid everything's all open technically.
It doesn't always have water though, so it's a surprise when it shows up.
If it's not water, it's ice.
Explodes. This is the part of the game where you passed out, right?
Maybe.
I don't think you've seen this part.
Oh no.
Yeah, I did not get far in Prime. I really didn't know what I was supposed to be doing in that game, because I had little context. I understand now. I was supposed to like scan stuff and like move around and just and explore more, but yeah, but I didn't really get that when I was little, because I didn't know what Metroid was. I popped the game on and it was a first person. It looked like a first person shooter, except there was nothing to shoot. Like I knew about Metroid, but I didn't know what it was. Right? Like I think I actually tried that before I ever played Fusion, and when I saw Fusion, like, oh, that looks like that looks more like something that I remember hearing about. So what was that thing that I played? That was called Metroid. It was like they finally tried to
the scanning.
Huh?
Didn't Prime actually explain how to do the scanning and ask you to do it?
I think it did in the tutorial, yeah, but I was young.
The I don't want to read scenario. I remember
exactly.
that.
Yeah.
Like I was not playing an RPG, so I'm like, I don't need to
mash that
whatever.
I wouldn't read even if it was an RPG.
Oh, look at that! Look at that! Ooh, look at that! It's an X.
Because I did play the tutorial. I did play through the tutorial, obviously, right? Like I got a handle of the controls, and that was about it. But after that, when they dropped me into the planet that I was supposed to explore, I was like, okay. So I tried to explore, and I walked around, and I don't remember what happened, but I kind of started going in circles. And at that point, I was like, I don't know what's going on. Like, what am I supposed to do?
By the way, the X-Parasites were not a hoax. They're real. They've taken.
You can eat them again.
And you can eat them, as per canon.
Because she's got as much Metroid DNA as her suit does.
Yep. So you just gotta kill them, and then you absorb them, just like Fusion. So that's a big plot.
Yeah, because she's part X now. Yeah, or her suit was implanted with the X DNA.
I thought it was just Metroid, because Metroid eat the X's.
No. So, if Fusion Samus crash lands or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
and her suit gets damaged from that. And in order to save her, the facility transplanted the DNA into her
That was the
suit.
Metroid DNA. I think the X DNA comes from when the Sax sacrifices itself so you can kill the Queen Metroid.
Oh, was it? Okay, whatever. Okay, something. Okay.
Oh, I thought you were all into some lore. Fake fan.
No, I'm not. I'm aware, but I'm not like fully in it. Like, fucking
Metroid DNA is from the baby.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Because like because the SAX is like scared of the fucking Metroids, the cloned Metroids, and is trying to destroy them. Yeah.
Ooh, into another boss. Oh yeah, Explode. You weren't here for this, were you?
I saw it on that playthrough that I watched that part of, but I guess I just fell asleep here.
Yeah, you fell asleep at this point, so everything at this point is new to Explode as well. So yeah.
Semi-new. I know about this boss with the nice butt. Actually, I think I managed to stay awake just long enough to say, "Behold the butt."
Oh. Behold the butt.
Look at.
Okay, it took me a little bit to memorize the pattern and such. Because he had this.
Oh, this is the boss. This is the boss I mentioned getting the cool kill.
Yeah. This is actually really cool encounter.
It looks kind of like a Mega Man boss.
Look,
or a Mega Man X boss.
Because it's in a square.
Yeah. It's in an empty square room, and
with two doors.
And he's cycling through some attack patterns, and that's about it.
Oh yeah. You said.
And then next phase.
Yeah, you said that for that. This is a kids game.
Not a horror game.
Yeah, okay, I remember that.
I mean, they're not.
According to Nintendo.
I mean, officially, yeah, they're not. They can have horror elements, but that doesn't mean it's a horror game. It's a game based around exploration. It's
clearly survival horror if you're supposed to avoid the single creature the entire game. You can call it just horror elements all you want, but that is just flat out horror.
It depends on what you define as horror and survival. Like, at the end of the day, Metroid is an adventure platforming game.
Look at that! That was cool.
Just because just because a title in the game has a specific gimmick for repeated throughout it doesn't mean that suddenly it's a survival horror game.
Did you see the kill attack?
Because it still doesn't change. It still doesn't change the core gameplay.
Okay, I get it, but did you see the kill attack?
I saw the kill, yes.
Yeah, that was awesome. Just want to point that out.
Gun into mouth, boom, yes.
That's great, I love that.
In other words, the same kill that she did to Ridley in Other M.
Except better.
I mean, she shot Ridley like 5 fucking times with a bigger blast each time, so I don't know.
So yeah,
and she did that while they were falling.
Yes, but this one she just flat out prized the mouth open, steps on the lower jaw, and just forces it inside.
She did that to Ridley also.
Yeah, well, this is not Ridley.
Stepping on it?
Yeah, they were
while falling.
Yeah, she pried the mouth open with her hand and her foot.
Just Reggie, we think it's cool. Okay, that's all we're trying to say. We think it's awesome. I like that.
Okay, and all I'm saying is, yeah, it's exactly the same thing that she did to her rival. To her nemesis, I mean, not rival, nemesis.
I don't consider Ridley a rival. He's more of an
No,
villain.
nemesis. Yeah.
Nemesis. Yeah.
There is no Ridley in this game, by the way. He is canonically dead.
Spoilers.
What, the X?
Oh yeah, imagine there's
the X parasite.
Yeah, what if there's like an X Ridley?
Yeah, just like Infusion.
Unfortunately, you killed the X that absorbed him, and his remains pretty much just vaporized into dust.
Ridley will never die. Okay, you know what? This is actually a good place to call it. We got a revelation here. We're at a save station. By the way, we just doomed this planet. We released all the X's onto the planet. The planet now is infested with the X parasite. So,
sounds like a normal day for Samus.
Yep. I screwed up. Time to blow everything up again. Okay, so I think at this point, this is the extent of my knowledge of the game. Like, from this point on, future sessions, I do not know what's going to happen. So,
I think you fought like one more mini boss after this, but otherwise, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, either way, I'm getting close to that point, and we'll see you guys next time. This was fun. Happy that we all got to talk about Metroid and actually have a game for it. If I do end up playing Metroid again, I'm gonna go right into Prime. That's really what I'm gonna do, because I've actually beaten Prime and it's fun, and I'm gonna have you guys backseating and telling me to explore in this exploration game. So yeah. Until next time.
Yeah.
Still looking
for that explorer. That's the whole point.
No, if you beat the game within 1 hour, it's no longer Samus' head. It's just Dora the Explorer. Her head pops out. That'd be a twist. Dora the Explorer is Samus. Okay.
No, she ate Samus.
Oh, so Samus was the X-Parasite all along. Dora the Explorer was actually a fever dream this entire time. Recovered and Samus.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.